See, I will go in favor of the motion. Yes, I think China will surpass the US in coming year and will lead the world. Not because China has a lot of things, there are number of factors that will help the China to replenish the US and become the sole superpower. First of all, Chinese look at the Chinese economy. Chinese economy is booming since the time when China's embarked on the journey of liberalization, privatization, and globalization in 1978. Since then, Chinese economy has grown at an average rate of 8 to 9%, around 8 to 9%. After India liberalized its economy in 1991, China's took this step ahead 12, 13 years earlier than India did. And now Chinese economy is the second largest economy in the world. And there are several reports which claims that the China will surpass the US in by 2028. Recently, UK based firms has also claimed the same, that China economy will surpass the US in 2028. Now, Chinese military is also something to be reckoned with. China has a huge military backup. Chinese, according to global firepower index, we see they have ranked China at the spot third, just following the US and Russia. So Chinese military is also impressive. Now, political setup, as someone would be saying that the political setup, that is the communist government, would not help the China in leading the world. But I have a different opinion. I would say no. This political setup, which it will help the China to lead the world, because it is a undemocratic country. So there would be a stable government. Government is not going to change in the upcoming years. So the government can focus on the long-term economic plan, as there is no problem issues of frequent elections. So keeping some longer planning in the mind, government can go for that. And there are also factors which prohibit the US in just continuing their superpower. As we see, the NATO is crumbling. These days, there is a quarreling has been reported in NATO. And NATO was also, when it was created, it was an attempt to counter the Soviet Union. But since the collapse of Soviet Union in 1991, we see NATO has achieved its objective, and now it is fading up. So NATO is literally dead, and this is what French President Emmanuel Macron has also warned. Another thing is that we see these days, though US dollar is continue to as the world's leading principal currencies, but it has getting a tough competition from the Japanese yen and Chinese yuan. So in my opinion, I think the China will lead the world in upcoming years. Thank you.
What I would like to say is that that China will be leader one day. I don't think this possibility seems to be true very much, just because if we compare the economies and the pace that both countries have right now, it can be assumed, but always it is not very usually true that always our assumptions are true or not, and one day this will become a very big deal or not. So I'm comparing the economies of both of the countries. The first, I'll compare America with the China. So there is a huge drastic difference, about of 8 trillion rupee, $8 trillion. Like the China is near to 13 and USA is still 18 or 19. So I think there is the biggest difference between them. So this difference is not very easy to cover up. Again, I would like to talk about the forex reserve. Again, the US is leading here. Entrepreneurship, I'm again watching USA leading on very much behalf. Also, there are many other things that I'm observing currently. So as of now, the China is not in the race, just because the many countries are now today understand what are the main things that China are doing, like the string of pearls theory of China, still the BRI project, and also the US have initiated the Blue Dot network uh, in the Indian Ocean region. So I think the many initiatives that the remain world has been taking to counter the China. So I think that there is a idea among the other countries that this one day the China gonna lead the world with a very bad idea. So now the intentions of China are very clear, and also other countries are understanding this very scenario. And also in the Sri Lanka, the way China was very vindictive towards the Sri Lanka and the Hambantota port, and then again the calling up of Sri Lanka upon India to intervene such matter with the East Container Corridor, East Container Terminal. So this clearly depicts that the countries are now losing their faith in China. Also, the dispute of China with the Japan regarding Senkaku Island and also with the Taiwan, and then again the disputes of China with the Hong Kongs. These are the many things which suggest that in the future the image of China is not very good, as we Indians are depicting right now. Uh, but still, the certain things are at the pace in China. Like in China, the entrepreneurship is growing. Economy is developing very pace level, but also the rest of the world is also growing after the post-pandemic era. As we'll see, and also the America is at the very good level, and also they are also trying at very fast. So I don't think that there is a very biggest change, and I don't think if the of the world will make its pace with the same level as the China is maintaining right now. So I think there is a very biggest loophole in our assumption that the one day China will gonna lead us, just because the many European countries are now liking China's adversarial attitude towards them, and also the meetings that I have seen on the Paris climate change and UNFCCC meetings. Also, the vindictive mode of China was still on. So I think this is a very good thing. I mean, like what I am doing, I'm analyzing the approaches of China in business and in other things. In other manner, I'm observing the attitude of China toward other countries, which is very much effective in the decision making of the countries towards each other. So this is the thing that I'm observing. As of now, I don't have any such idea that China is going to lead one day, just because all those policies are very full of loopholes. There are plethora of loopholes that I can observe as per my study and research. So this was my opinion. Thank you, guys.
I'm not in the favor of the motion that China will lead the world. As Swarnim has said about the approaches of China's and its intention about the other countries, how they are approaching other nations, and we all are knowing about the debt traps of China, how they are giving loans to other countries. So there's this intention of China. Every country is, I think, they are knowing that yeah, China's intention are not too good. And other things which I also want to highlight one thing about, as Saurabh has said about the military power, that China's military power is third in the world after Russia and the USA. So, but there is one concern, as we see about the America's boundaries, their neighbors. They have no any disturbance about their neighbors. I mean, from Canada or Mexico, but the country like China have very disruption from, as Solim has said about from Taiwan or from Russia in past, and in nowadays from India also. So there, so it is somewhat difficult for China to keep military to post his military power in other different countries as USA does. Uh, so I think this is one of the aspect we can see, because having superpower means you have to interfere. As USA is interfering in many countries of the world, they are in geopolitics. USA have their long, you can say, history of military powers in different countries all over the world. So in this aspect, I think China is somehow basically he has the third largest army, but in this aspect, as China has some not, I mean, not good. They have disruption with their neighbors actually. So I think this is one of the aspects we can see that China's intention towards, I mean, China's, as House believes that China could lead the world. I don't think so. These are one of the disruption in their leading. They are becoming the superpower of China.
नमस्कार आप सभी लोगों को। और जैसा कि हम लोग आज बात कर रहे हैं कि चाइना लीड करेगा, यूएसए को पीछे छोड़ देगा, ये हाउस बिलीव करता है, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ऐसा नहीं होगा। तो इसके बहुत से कारण हैं कि सबसे पहले अगर हम इकोनॉमी की बात करेंगे, ठीक है, तो अगर हम अर्थव्यवस्था की जब हम बात करते हैं तो हम ठीक है, हम कह रहे हैं कि चलिए चाइना मतलब थोड़ा सा आगे हो जाएगा, पर फिर भी अगर हम अभी अमेरिका को देखें तो अभी अमेरिका आगे है, और अगर हम इसके रेस्पेक्ट में देखते चलें तो वो आगे होता जाएगा कहीं ना कहीं। और अगर हम देखें खाली अगर अर्थव्यवस्था को अगर हम देखें तो अर्थव्यवस्था एक कारण नहीं है जिसके कारण कोई भी देश महाशक्ति बन जाएगा या कोई भी देश लीड करेगा, क्योंकि उसका रीज़न ये है ना कि खाली अर्थव्यवस्था से नहीं हो सकता। क्योंकि अगर आप जब सोचते हैं कि आप महाशक्ति बनेंगे तो उसके बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं, उसमें ये भी आता है कि जब दुनिया में कुछ भी कहीं भी विश्व में कुछ भी हो रहा है तो आपका एक स्टैंड उसके पीछे होना चाहिए। अगर अभी चाइना की हम बात करें तो कोरोना के बाद का अगर हम लोग देखें तो एक तो कोरोना उनकी वजह से आया, पहली चीज़। दूसरी चीज़ अगर हम देखें तो उन्होंने उस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया। एक माफ़ी वो मांग सकते थे, उन्होंने वो नहीं मांगी। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये एक लीडर की निशानी है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। और जैसे कि यहाँ पे अभी बात चल रही थी तो मिलिट्री पावर की भी बात आई कि उनके पास है इतनी, तो मैं उससे बिल्कुल नकार नहीं रही हूँ। हाँ, वो है उनके पास, वो उनकी है शक्ति कहीं ना कहीं, लेकिन अगर महाशक्ति उनको बनना है तो ये चीज़ें नहीं संभव हैं कि इससे केवल वो लोग बन जाएंगे। और एक और चीज़ इसमें है कि अगर आप देखें कि अमेरिका की अगर जब हम बात करें तो अमेरिका में एक ख़ास चीज़ ये है कि अमेरिका की जो सरकार है उसका जो फॉर्म है वो देखें कि डेमोक्रेसी है वहाँ पे। अब डेमोक्रेसी को क्या है, एक्सेप्टेंस पूरे विश्व में मिलता है। अब देखिए बहुत सारे देश हैं जो डेमोक्रेसी को ज़्यादा अच्छा मानते हैं, उनके आइडियाज़ ओपन हैं, उनको लोग बिलीव करते हैं। तो वहाँ पे एक प्लस पॉइंट अमेरिका को पहले ही है यहाँ पे। दूसरी चीज़ अगर हम देखें अमेरिका की तो वहाँ पे क्या है, अमेरिका की पॉपुलेशन भी कम है, इसके हिसाब से भी वो लोग उसका एक एडवांटेज उनको मिल रहा है। यहाँ पे चाइना की पॉपुलेशन भी ज़्यादा है। और अगर अभी हम लोग देखें तो एक ये चीज़ है कि अमेरिका जो है वो इनोवेशन को बहुत ज़्यादा महत्व देता है, टैलेंट को महत्व देता है। तो क्या है कि पूरी दुनिया से लोग वहाँ पे जाते हैं, ठीक है। फिर जब वो वहाँ पे जाते हैं आप देखिए वो लोग कितना अच्छा जीवन में करते हैं, उनको पूरी दुनिया जानती है। तो इस चीज़ की वो कीमत देते हैं कि हाँ आपका टैलेंट है, उसकी भी कोई कीमत है। तो ये एक बहुत खास बात अमेरिका में मुझे लगती है। और आप देखिए अमेरिका की अगर देखें, अमेरिका की जो मूवीज़ हैं, जो भी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री वगैरह है, ठीक है, वहाँ के जो गेम्स हैं, वहाँ का जो म्यूज़िक है, वहाँ का ड्रेस स्टाइल है, वहाँ की जो लैंग्वेज है, उसको कॉपी करने की कोशिश पूरी दुनिया में हो रही। क्यों? क्योंकि वो लोगों को पसंद किया जाता है, ठीक है। और फिर इसमें एक चीज़ और है कि ऐसा बोला जाता है कि आप किसी ऐसे दुश्मन से नहीं लड़ सकते, आप जिसकी तरफ बनना चाह रहे हो आप उससे कैसे लड़ोगे, है ना। आप जो होना चाह रहे हो और आप जो हो तो आप उससे लड़ नहीं सकते बहुत ज़्यादा। तो ये मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि यहाँ पे चाइना की एक कमी और है कि उसका जो गवर्नमेंट है उसका नेचर आप देखिए तो वो तानाशाही वाला है, ठीक है। और वो फिर क्या शिंजियान रीजन में जो वो कर रहा है जेनोसाइड, वो भी सब जानते हैं। तो एक उसका नेगेटिव पहलू है। और दूसरी चीज़ एक विल पावर होनी चाहिए आपके अंदर। चाइना के अंदर मुझे लगता है वो विल पावर नहीं है कि वो लोगों को कन्विंस कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि भरोसा ही जिस देश पे आप नहीं कर सकते, मुझे नहीं लगता कि उसके बावजूद वो विश्व में महाशक्ति बन पाएगा। तो धन्यवाद आप लोगों का।
In my opinion, China will not lead the world because China has no power to stand up before USA, and as we know that USA is more stronger than China in politically, cultural. So this goal is very far from China. And however, China is emerged as a powerful country in trade and businesses and has left USA behind. But until the dollar has dominance on global currency, for China to create hegemony is difficult. And China is very far from that goal because the currency of China, yuan, has only 2.1% share in global reserve, whether a dollar has 65% share of global reserve. So these things also reveal power of USA, and the other things is if we see politically, so again US's democracy is many times good as compared to authoritarian rule of China, and due to this authoritarian rule in China, real estate bubble has created, and this is the reality of increasing GDP of China. and central government made pressure on local government to fulfill the GDP increment in different sectors. They made the certain goals for various sectors and make pressure to on states to make to fulfill that criteria. So those states invest more in construction and prices are inflated of real estate. So consequently, the increase has been seen in GDP growth. And thus, I think that GDP growth of China is hollow. And economist has also precedented that economic crisis can occur in China. And the other things is USA in field of movies. USA is also forward in China as compared to China. And top most famous energies are of USA's. For instance, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Insta, and as well in the field of tourism, education, and as you Kirti mentioned earlier, that the population of USA is also not so huge as compared to China. So these are the things that matters. And I think to stay super for many requirements should be there. That the first thing is success of a country. And what status of a country be good. And that is also matter. That's why I think that China could not at the place of USA more stronger and will be stronger further as future. That's all. Thank you.
So I don't think that China will be able to lead the world in place of US. The reason being, China may be the fastest growing economy of the world, and it may have the fastest growing military power in the world currently, equipped with modern weapons and secretive missiles. But yet I believe that it's too far now for China to think that it will become a supreme leader of the world. The reason being is, first of all, China is not a democratic country, as we all know. It's just like an autocratic nation which follows absolutism, and the majority of powers is reserved in the hands of one supreme leader, just like in the case of monarch. Whereas we see that USA is the oldest democratic country of the world. The democratic values shown by US has inspired many nations and societies across the world. And I believe that proper democratic system must prosper for the sake of freedom and rights of individual and its citizen. If we talk about China, going into background, no one can forget horrific incident that took place on June 4, 1989 at the Tiananmen Square Garden. The way Chinese government crushed peaceful protests led by students, killing hundreds of students, made everyone shocked, and it was really very unfortunate. I believe that in the 21st century, we should enhance our democratic values, and majority of countries too believes in democracy. If we talk about particularly Western nations, they are united by the concept of nation state, which is based on democratic values and principles. Now, if we talk about Pew Research, which is
very good research center of the world. It says that majority of country still wants US to be its leader. China still doesn't have much support, barring few countries like USA, like Russia, North Korea, and Pakistan. Just few countries are in support of China. Moreover, US has support of maximum countries, particularly all European countries, I believe, and many countries in Asia to Australia. Moreover, I think that China follows the policy of expansionism, and it just wants to expand its territory by attacking neighbors and other countries, just making mockery of their sovereignty, playing with the freedom of people. And so I believe that China is also the danger for peace of the world. So I think for our perspective too, China, if China becomes superpower, it will not be good for us. And if China becomes leader, it will again harm us. So I don't think that China will be able to become superpower. And I am happy that now more and more nations are coming in support of US and other nations who are against China. Like if we talk about BRO project initiated by Chinese government in 2013, which was to just colonize small economies like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka by the policy of its cheap loans and its projects like roads and other ports. To counter that BRO project, a meeting was held last year, in the month of June, in Britain, in which G7 nations met and they gave another good project, I think B3W project. And I think it was nice initiative by the G7 nations to have been started B3W project under the leadership of USA. Though many things are still to be done, but I believe it's good to be late than never. So I think that it's quite elusive now for China to lead the world. That's it.